Well, I just realized I was muted. So everything that I was playing didn't get recorded or streamed. Anyways, so what I was saying, I am Gael and I am a solo indie game developer, and I am currently working on my survival horror game called Silent Corruption. And this game is inspired by Silent Hill and The Long Dark, and I am focusing more on the exploration survival aspects of these two games, like combining the exploration and survival mechanics of The Long Dark with the atmosphere and storytelling of Silent Hill. And right now I am building the first level. I am just blocking it out, basically making a sketch in 3D, and I am doing that in Blender. So obviously that's why it's so rough at the moment. And yeah, while I build it in Blender, I'm also importing it into Unity, the game engine I'm using, and yeah, testing everything out. So let's play the game a little bit, just to show you more or less. Oh, by the way, the music today is by Paranoia, which made some Silent Hill inspired music. Yeah, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you like it too. So this is Jen. She's the protagonist. Well, I move a few things. Not the lamp. The light is a bit out of whack, but whatever. So she's going to wake up in this room, and yeah, with no memory of how she got here, and she needs to figure out what's going on, how to escape this flat where she's in, this flat building. Not just this house, but the whole building basically, and that is going to be the first level. So I have implemented a few things already, mechanics wise. So obviously the main character, the model, all the walking, the animations are still a bit placeholder. That's why she looks a bit, the animations can do a bit with more polish. I've also implemented the inventory system, the interactions, so you can grab stuff, you can read the notes. There's more stuff here you can pick up, and the inventory is sort of like Resident Evil, Diablo, that sort of great inventory, which every item has a certain size, and it's like with slots. Yeah, that's what I've been doing so far. I've also implemented the status system, where you have thirst, hunger, fatigue, and the health, and also sort of like hurt system, like in Project Zomboid. I don't know if you played, but basically if you can get hurt in maybe different parts of the body, like legs or the arms or the hand or the head or whatever, and you have to like heal different parts of the body, and depends on where you're hurt, you're gonna have some debuffs or that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's what I've been doing so far. I've been developing this game. The timeline is a bit muddled because technically I started this game in 2017, but the last year and a half is when I started to develop, like get more focus into developing this game, because before that I was doing a lot of other things. I've been working on I was working for almost 2 years in a indie small studio. It's called Squid Shock. and we were doing Bo Path of the Teal Lotus. I don't know if you heard about the game, if you played. And yeah, um, working in other personal projects to learn. So basically, I've been learning game development for since 2017 on and off. The first years not so much as that focus in get dev because I had all other things going on as well. So yeah, after a few years of learning game dev, I feel confident enough to tackle this game because it's kind of big and complex. But yeah, I really wanna give this game a chance and see it through. So here we are. But anyways, let's chat the more work. So yeah, let's continue making this. Uh, so I've done like the main room and the toilet, and now I wanna continue doing the rest of the house. So I first blocked it off in here in Unity, and now I'm gonna continue in Blender. Just realize I'm going to remove this shower because I think I don't really like, it's like too much going on there, and I can move that a bit to the side. So this is how I had it originally. I completely forgot that this is supposed to be just a simple toilet, and then here is like the master bathroom, and I added like a shower, but I think it's too crowded like that. I think like this. Maybe I can put like, I don't know. Let's leave it like that for now. Hey, Entropy. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that's fine. Just stay as long as you need or as you can. I'm happy to have you here. So as you can see, I am making some modeling for my game for the first level, and I am testing it here in Unity. So that's what I'm doing these days. Hopefully I'll have something like won't take me forever to finish this. Right now just blocking stuff. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Thank you, it looks very nice so far, thank you. I am trying to make it nice. I mean, right now, as I said, I'm just blocking things out, so yeah. I don't expect it to look super good at the moment because it's a sketch technically, so I'm probably gonna be moving a lot of things around, so it may not even look like this in a few days. So but yeah, right now just blocking things. Yeah, I'm just testing it in Unity. Hey, Noisicos? Hello, welcome to the stream. You're also working on a game? Let's go. What's your game about? Mine is obviously a horror game. I am working as I am working on a survival horror. Yeah, so far so good. Hmm. Let's see how that looks here in Unity. Obviously I'm gonna have to remove some stuff. And I am changing like all this stuff, all these walls and all these meshes, putting it on a separate layer mask for the light. So I can have that more control. Okay. And I also need to put some colliders. And remove the old floor and the old walls. So you're making a roguelike on a car in 3D with physics. That's cool. Oh, you made a prototype and you see that you can do that, like it's possible to do it with large numbers of enemies. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the dot system in Unity, I'm not using it yet, but I've researched it a little bit and it seems really interesting. And I'm not sure I'm gonna need to use it in my game because I shouldn't need to, have a lot of stuff. Like, but what I'm trying to say, yeah, like not that many enemies or things going on at the same time. I want the game to be like quite a slow pace, so to say. But I don't know, I may need it at some point for something. But yeah, what I've been seeing so far about dots, really interesting. Okay, let's see if that works. Because this mesh collider, it wasn't working very well before. I should be working on the flow. Yeah. All good. It looks a bit spooky. Okay. I'm still debating the darkness of this game. I think this is a bit too dark. And probably on YouTube it looks a lot darker than what it looks on my screen. Because every time I record a video, it looks a lot darker. So, but we'll adjust later on. Okay, so far so good. So now we can do the kitchen. And yeah, as I said before, I started blocking this out inside of Unity, but I think it makes more sense doing it in Blender because I have a lot more options of the stuff that I can do, and it's a lot faster and easier, to be fair. So yeah, I'm enjoying a lot more the process of modeling in Blender and then importing it into Unity. Also, I'm very comfortable with Blender, so makes sense. To increase the speed of prototyping today, you're trying to connect the MCP service and Google Anti-Gravity together with Unity, and it's amazing. Google Anti-Gravity, what is that? I've never heard of that. But I suppose it's some sort of physics things? And doing like environment art and blocking out levels and all that is I don't have that much experience. I have experience like modeling and all that, but I don't have that much experience putting environment together. And yeah, I'm not probably not doing this very well. But oh well, I think so far so good. I mean, I have like the theory of how putting environments together is supposed to be, but I'm sure I'm probably doing a lot of errors. But I mean, making a game is, is never straightforward, especially if you're doing it alone. So the Anti-Gravity is a new AI code editor that was immediately placed next to Cursor. Okay, never heard of that. I'll have to research a bit. There's just so many programs and so much stuff that you can learn and use. It's just amazing these days. You can do practically anything. You just need to have time, because you don't even need to have talent. As long as you have talent, you can get good at anything, because it's just so many tutorials, so much information, so many different softwares that you can use that that can suit your needs. So it's just I that's I guess something good about the times we live in. There's a lot of stuff or resources we can use free or very cheap. So making games nowadays is very accessible. Okay, so let's do that for now. I'll put another wall here. Hmm. I don't know about this. I hope it doesn't look weird once I put the lights, because sometimes like uh, through these gaps the light kind of bleeds and it looks really bad. Well, we'll see what happens. Oh, actually, this walls needs to be thicker. The thick wall, and this one as well. And I'm supposed to be doing this in a modular way, but not really doing it modular. Meaning like do it once, copy paste, so I don't have to do the same stuff over and over and over. Like for example, all the UVs, the textures and stuff, but not really, doesn't really make sense to do like this right now because I'm still blocking it. So, and there's a lot of walls that are different sizes. So yeah, I feel like doing it modular is gonna limit my workflow. So not really doing that at the moment. So you want to learn Blender, but you're afraid of it. Why are you afraid? Blender is super cool. Oh, like it's honestly, I don't. A lot of people are like, think this really steep learning curve or something, but not really. Like for me, I found it quite easy. Like yeah, definitely start with video tutorials in YouTube, and if you want a good teacher, or school sort of that I really like is GameDev TV, GameDev.tv, and they're really good. They have a lot of beginner courses in Blender and a lot of also game engines, Unity, Unreal, but also yeah, and the courses are really cheap. So if you want to check them out, I highly recommend them. But yeah, blending is super fun, honestly. So yeah, I definitely recommend you to use it or to learn it. So you started, you weren't afraid to learn in Unity, and now you're like coding too much inside of Unity. Yeah, what's wrong with that? I mean, doing all this is really fun. I guess that is kind of can be kind of the problem with all this. Learning how to do stuff is so fun that you may forget what you need to do. So yeah, but like, I don't know. If you're happy, who cares? So I want to make this. I want to make this bigger, but I don't want to make it thicker. So I don't know what to do. I guess I can do like. I know, let's do. So because I want it like 2 by 2 kind of sort of. So let's put a cube here. Okay. But yeah, definitely, whatever you learn is always going to be an asset. Even if it takes you time or if it's difficult at the beginning, everything's going to be difficult at the beginning. Especially, you know, skills to make a game, they're always difficult, no matter what you try to learn. So yeah, just go for it. If that's what you want to do, it's gonna suck at the beginning, but that's the same for every other creative skill out there. Like, it's never going to be good at the beginning, you know. So yeah, don't worry about that too much. Okay, something like that. And here there's not gonna be a door, it's just like an open plan sort of thing. And this is the kitchen. So let's see how that looks in Engine. And I realize there's some stuff that doesn't have a scale applied, or, and I don't know if that's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna apply the scale just in case. Scale and maybe rotation. No. Okay, let's have a look. Hopefully nothing will be messed up in Unity. I mean, it should be the same. Yeah. Right, this is not right. The collider. Everything else seems fine. Okay, so this can... So I don't need this anymore. Okay, let's just add some colliders here. And for these ones I have an opening. A mesh collider should be okay. Like, it shouldn't be a collider in the hole in the wall, but it's, for some reason it doesn't seem to work like that. But let's see what happens. Okay, let's see how it looks. I think the music is maybe a bit too loud. Oh, I need to update the layer, otherwise the light is not gonna work here. Obviously I need to add more lights. Right now I just have like the ambient light and that's it. Okay, and this floor don't need anymore. This is a wall there I don't need. Let me just turn this off to see if there's anything underneath. Okay, well, on this floor I don't need it anymore. Okay, smell this here. Okay. I think I can delete everything else. I'm going to have that bathtub and I'm gonna copy it here because I like that. Where is my stuff? Okay, and I'll add it later. Okay. I just hope the music is not too loud. I have here my cup from Stranger Things that I got given as a gift. This is my favorite cup, and I'm drinking some coffee at the moment. Okay, so let's make the master bathroom here. And I am trying to keep the names very well organized, because here is all like in folders or neatly organized, but when I import it here in Unity, all that gets like destroyed. I don't know if you can see it, but like all the folders basically don't exist here, so I need to know where everything is based on the name. But I also need to be careful, because when I rename stuff, like it gets broken. If I have like colliders or whatever, they will get deleted. So I also need to have that in mind. Like for example, I need to rename these walls. Yeah, that's gonna break the colliders, but whatever. So if I cannot colliders inside of Blender, but they don't get exported into Unity. So yeah, the colliders that you add here, they only work inside of Blender. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain. That is something I have to set up every time. I don't know if there's a way to do it like automatically, maybe with some sort of script or something, but yeah, I'm not that good at making scripts for the engine, but it's okay. It's not that bad. I don't mind it that much. And I think also once I get into a workflow, it should be easier, and I'll probably go faster doing all these things. So yeah, it's not too bad. Like as I said before, I'm not that used to making environments yet. You know, I'm not used to modeling and stuff, but I don't have that much experience putting environments together. So I'm still um, building my workflow to do that. Like I know the theory of how environments, are done and all that, but yeah, something I need to learn a lot more. But it's not a better way to learn something than to do it. So and here we are. Okay, so. I think this one. Let's see how big this toilet should be. You have to go. Thank you for watching. Really thankful for you to be here, even if it was just a little bit. And hopefully I'll see you next stream. It should be Saturday. Oh yeah. Yeah, so the colliders in Blender is more to like do simulations and, you know, to do if you to do simulations, and you can add like collision. It's not exactly, I guess it is like a collider, but yeah, I never really used this too much, like simulations and all that, so can't really say how that works very well. Blender is your must learn, yeah. Blender is so like a very useful skill to have, you know, do modeling. Even if it's just a very basic level of putting squares together, is so useful, because if you're a programmer and you, even if you're not very good at doing art, just the fact to be able to block out things and see the scale of things, and yeah, it's just so useful. Like you don't even need to be good at it. It's still a skill that helps you block out your game, or if you need to bring an artist along, you know, it's a lot easier to show them what you want through a block out than, you know, trying to explain them with an idea. It's like, you know, 1,000 or an image is worth more than 1,000 words or something like that. That sort of thing. You know what I mean? Um, Okay, let's see. Yeah, especially if you're working on your own, like I am working solo, having a basic knowledge of pretty much everything is so useful, because hopefully eventually you you will be able to work with somebody else, or even if you still work alone on your game and you bring art assets from by packs or whatever, just having a basic knowledge of how art works it makes so much easy to integrate everything. And yeah, obviously it takes a lot more time to learn all these skills, but I think it's worth it. And also it's very fun to learn different skills. At least I find it very fun because I really like learning about everything, especially if it's game dev related. So yeah, I don't think it's a waste of time to spend time learning a new skill. I'm gonna break here a bathtub, which was here. Hmm. And yeah, I always try to keep everything organized because otherwise it's gonna be chaos. In like folders and following the same naming conventions. So I think this should be as big as the bathtub, or as wide this room. Yeah, and when I'm modeling, I also, obviously not right now because I'm streaming, but I like also listening to like podcasts and stuff, because I find that when I'm programming, I can't listen to people talking. Not even like music with the lyrics. It needs to be like instrumental. So when I'm modeling or doing art, it's nice because my head is not that focused, or it has more room to do other stuff as well, which is nice. But yeah, when I'm programming, it's like a lot more intense. So it's nice every now and then, like changing from programming to modeling. Actually, that's maybe a bit too. Yeah, let's put like this here, and I'm going to unparent it. If how should I do this? Maybe let's put toilet here. Does it work like this? I'll obviously need to bring it down. Or maybe this like this. Because maybe I can do this a bit bigger here. Not so much. Put the toilet here. And this over here. I can maybe put this. Oh yeah, the music I have on the background as well is just, it makes me be or very focused or distracted, so yeah, definitely change the mood a lot. And I find that when I'm working, I really enjoy Silent Hill sort of music. This one is not Silent Hill music, but it's Silent Hill inspired, and it's really good. The artist is there at the bottom under my picture. It's called. Let me see. I forgot. I can't read that. This guy or girl, I don't know. Paranoia. Really good, and it's Silent Hill inspired music. Obviously, I can't play Silent Hill music because I'm gonna get a copyright claim. So this is the next best thing, I guess. But so far, so good. This is the first day I've been listening to this, and it's quite good. Hey, hello! Few we greedy? We greedy? Thank you for joining. Yeah, well, development is going slow but steady because, well, I'm doing this on my own. Little old me just doing this game alone for now. But yeah, so far so good. I think I'm going good progress. Right now I'm still working on a demo / vertical slice. And yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to have something and put it in front of people so they can give me their opinion and see if my idea for this game is good, is interesting, is scary, and just hits all the points that I want it to hit. So yeah, I think this is good. I'm gonna put the door here. So this kind of makes sense for a master bathroom, no? So the idea is that this is a flat. We are in, this game is based in the UK. It's kind of weird to have two bathrooms or toilets in a flat, but it makes sense, could make sense because this is a rented flat and it's just rented rooms. So I guess it could be also like the owner of this flat had made like an ensuite toilet and room and just like a master bathroom. I guess it's gonna be another room and here like a living room. So it could make sense that there's two toilets. Not an important detail, but I want to keep it like sort of accurate to reality because I want this game to be, you know, immersive. So but I mean, it's not something that people are gonna care about. It's just lore that I made out in my head. But for me, that sort of stuff is interesting. No, my game is me. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how it looks like so far. So like I already developed most of the mechanics. Like the programming side of things is pretty much in a good place. So this is how it's going to be. This is a game that is inspired by Silent Hill and The Long Dark. But so basically it's going to have very similar survival mechanics to The Long Dark, but with the vibe and the storytelling of Silent Hills, you know, so it's going to be that mashup. And also I want to focus more on the exploration, the immersion, rather than just going around walking monsters. So yeah, this is Jane, she's the protagonist. And basically, this is the first area and you're going to like wake up in this room with no memory of how you got here and you need to figure out what's going on, try to escape this place. And you're gonna read this note, you know, that says, Jane, if you wake up, don't go outside, it's dangerous out there. I have locked the room for your safety, I'll come back soon. Obviously this is all placeholder UI right now, it doesn't look that pretty, but we don't care about that at this point, we just need to make it exist. I have also the inventory implemented, a status system where, you know, you can control your thirst, hunger, fatigue, health, where are you hurt, which part of your body is hurt. So yeah, right now I'm just doing all that. I'm playtesting, you know, just basically doing like basic demo. Yeah, just building the first level so I can properly test everything together. Yeah, I think so far so good. I think even though I'm alone, I'm making good progress. Like obviously games take so much time to do because there's so many moving parts that you have to get right and so many skills that you need to have before you can even attempt to make anything. You like the dog? Thank you. Yeah, I'm working very hard on it. But yeah, I'm also having a lot of fun. Like I have experience working on another game before this. I was working on a small indie studio, and I am self-learned game developer. You know, I've been learning game development since 2017, on and off. Like the past 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years is when I started to take game development a lot more serious. And yeah, after a few years learning and after working in this studio, I felt like I was a bit more competent to try to attempt my own game. So that's why we're here. And I've been working in this game for the past um, 2 years. The first year was a bit more on and off because I had other things going on. But yeah, especially the last year is when I was able to lock in more, and when I built a prototype and more like all the mechanics. Like the first prototype that I built was with fixed cameras, more sort of like classic survival horror. But even though I like fixed cameras, I don't think it was going to work with the idea I had for this game, you know. So yeah, I think right now I'm in a very good place. I have a very good understanding of what I want to do. I just hope that people also like it. Yeah, but I think I don't know. I believe in this idea, and I think it can resonate with other people as well. Like I was saying before, I'm trying to keep always everything super organized and have the same naming conventions for everything. So yeah, everything is, I always know where everything is basically. Okay, so let's put another wall here, which is gonna be for the door. So I need to put this. Let's put a frame, a door frame. No. And renaming. So the door is going to be here, and this wall needs to be a thick one, like this one. Thank you. I hope this game goes well. It's my first game, commercial game. I have released some free games in the past. So now, hopefully with this one, yeah, it will go well. And if not, well, at least I learned something. But yes, so far so good. I really want to start showing this to people and get feedback, but it's gonna be a while until I reach that point. But it's okay, no rush. This looks a bit weird. Because this needs to go a bit like that. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, I think this size looks good to me, but I'll need to see. I just want to make sure it's not floating. Okay. Yeah, this wall needs to be a bit smaller. Okay. Let's see how that looks. I think it's very important to do stuff and test it in engine straight away rather than just, you know, do a bunch of things for a long time. I'm not tested. I learned that the hard way. You know, it's so important to test as you go. And it's so much easier to, you know, catch errors and to iterate. Yep. So basically when I save this file, it gets automatically updated in Unity, so it's so handy to do it in Blender and export it into Unity. So the only thing I have to do in Unity is make sure that the colliders are in the right places. But other than that, it's really straightforward. And before this, I was blocking everything inside of Unity. But yeah, I'm trying now to block everything in Blender. And it's so much better. It's so much faster as well. And in Unity, in Blender, I have a lot more options to do the blockouts. And yeah, it's just so much faster and easier as well. So I think I'm really happy with this workflow. And also, like, changing things is so fast. And as well, here in Blender, for example, this bathtub is not a model inside of Blender. It's a link Blender file, because the original file is let me see, I'm gonna find it out. So, well, I'll show you here. So the bathtub, for example, and all the other props is their own separate Blender file. And if I make a change here, for example, in this bathtub, do something like that, and I save it, and yeah, I need to put another, and that for some reason never works. When I close Blender, I need to reload it again. Where was it? Add-ons. Where was this? this one here. Well, I need to close Blender, but whatever. Let's just reload it. See, so now it's automatically updated here. So basically I can block out stuff in a different Blender file and just, you know, improve it later on, and I don't need to do it here again. And I find that it's so much easier to, you know, block out and go faster. And yeah, just change whatever, because everything's leaked and just have to do it in one place and it gets changed across everywhere else. I will think that, yeah, I mean, I'm just saving an FBX. You know, it's not like when you reload an FBX inside of Unreal, I think it should work the same. What is it? Like that. Okay, so let's put some colliders here. I haven't really gone inside the kitchen. Let's put some colliders and then walk around, see how it looks from Jane's perspective. Okay, let's play the game a little bit. Okay, this feels good size. Obviously it's still very dark because I haven't put any lights. It's just like ambient lights. I hope you can see it through the skin, so through your screen, because I think in YouTube it looks a lot darker than what it looks on my screen. Yeah, so far I think it looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna have another bathroom here. This is kind of biggish flat with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Yeah. I mean, I'm still playing around with the darkness of the game because I don't want to be too dark, but I also don't want to be too light because it's supposed to be dark, you know. But yeah, I'll adjust that later on and with the feedback of the people that plays it. Nothing is unmovable or unchangeable. Like everything can be changed later on. Mm. So maybe this is a bit too big. I can maybe do the kitchen a bit smaller. But we'll see. For now. Try that again. Okay. This flower. I may need to do this room a bit bigger. Okay, let's leave it like this for now. Once I start adding furniture, I'll probably change the sizes of the room because I'll have like more clear idea of what I wanna look like. Thank you very much for joining the stream. We'll be streaming again on Saturday, so if you want to join, Saturday around this sort of time. So if you want to join again, feel free. And yeah, other than that, thank you for joining. See you soon. Okay, so let's export this. So I'm just exporting it directly to Unity, and it's automatically updating. Okay. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna take like 5 minutes break. I'm going to leave the music on and everything, and I'll be back soon. Okay, and we are back, and the music is probably too loud. Okay. Well, let's continue. So let's have a look at the size of this room. I probably need to put some colliders, at least on the floor for now. Oh, I forgot to unlock this door. Like once in the actual game, but it's going to be locked. But for now, it can be unlocked. And this door is supposed to be locked as well, but not while we're testing. I think it should be a good size because like it's going to be like a single room, so it's gonna be like maybe one bed here, one like a desk and a wardrobe. I think it should be enough. Yeah, I think the sizes are all right. What about the kitchen? Yeah, maybe it can be a bit smaller actually. There's a lot of room here. I'm going to just turn the light a bit more light. Or maybe just from the post-processing. Just turn this a bit less for now. Just so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe that's too much. Just like that. Okay, and just let's make the living room that is going to go there. I feel like the size of this living room is gonna be a bit too big, but yeah, we can change it later. So this living room is going to be like open plan. And this wall should be a bit farther back. Okay. So maybe I should do this wall up to here. On top. And then put this here. That's where the entrance door is going to be. So this one needs to be a bit longer. Okay, and just for the sake of keeping consistency, let's do this wall the same. Like this one a bit shorter. And this one a bit longer. Just like that. I don't know how that's gonna look in engine. I hope it doesn't look very weird. Okay. And that should be most of the apartment, or at least the layout block-up. I didn't rename that well. Let's change that. I just wanna apply rotation and scale. No, that's not good. Scale a list. Okay. And put the origin in the center of everything. Okay. At least the walls and stuff, I want to apply the scale. I don't know if that's probably applied anyways. But not the rotation. Oh, and I need to parent this here. I'm just renaming some stuff so it's organized inside the engine. Because here in Blender, everything is in folder very neat, but once I export it into Unity, it just, the order of things breaks. It is very different, so the only way of, a way that is not too painful to do, to keep everything organized is by the names. So that's why I'm trying to keep everything with the same naming conventions, and you know, everything really clear. Because I know once I finish this, I'm probably going to move on to do some coding, and when I come back to this, I'm just not going to remember what I was doing before. So yeah, I need to have everything as clear as possible for future me. Okay, so let's export that again, see how it looks. Okay. Okay. And now I will need to add maybe some colliders. Okay, let's have a look how that looks from the perspective of the main character. Or the player, I guess. So this is going to be a living room. I don't know if it's a bit too big. I feel like it's a bit too big. It should be a bit smaller. But for now, it's fine. Okay, let's make it a bit smaller actually. Because this is not supposed to be like a massive flat. Even though it's already quite big. I think. At least for like... I mean, this game is based in the UK, and at least by UK standards, this is quite big. Maybe... I'm kind of doing this, you know, by eye, not really following that much like size conventions or whatever. Why is doing that? let's just do like this and this and this and this and this and this and this one. Oh, and this from here, this wall here. Maybe something like that. On the floor. Yeah, okay, let's have a look. Okay, so I just need to update the colliders in some places. And this wall as well. Okay, how does it look? This wall has no colliders. Yeah, this stuff has also no colliders. That's better. I was thinking it was a bit too dark. Obviously, I have to add more lights around. Right now, it's just like ambient light. I need to make a hole here for the door. But let's see how it looks so far. Okay, I think this size makes a bit more sense. Still feels a little bit too big. Maybe I can move. Uh, hmm. I don't know, once I start adding furniture, maybe the size will feel better. And that there. Yeah, I need to add some furniture and props to see the size better. Yeah, so far I think so good. I feel like I'm happy with the progress I'm making. Yeah, like I have this blocked out today, which is good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here for today, and yeah, I'll continue next stream on Saturday around this time as well. Yeah, thank you very much for all the people that have joined me today. I really appreciate you taking the time to join me on this stream, especially since I am a small creator. I'm not known yet very much. Yeah, I just want to show my game to all of you, and hopefully you'll like it too. I think this game has a. I mean, I want to give it a chance. I think this could be a really cool idea, and that's why I am streaming it, because I want to show you to all of you, and hopefully I will have something you can play soon, and you can give me your opinion and get some feedback from you. And yeah, I really want to share this game with you. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you'll join me also on the next stream. So yeah, other than that, thank you very much for being here today, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.